You have successfully joined the webcast. Please stand by. The meeting will begin shortly. You have successfully joined the webcast. Please stand by. The meeting will begin shortly.
Okay, welcome to the Village of Wapner's Fall second monthly meeting with the mayor and the board of trustees. Today's Wednesday, January 28th. Please stand for the pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Public resident George Moran passed on this week. He was a longtime member of Johnson Firehouse and Village Planning Board. Thank you.
Remember the first time.
We are in receipt of a letter from Dutchess County St. Patrick's Parade Committee. Dear Mayor and Board of Trustees, the Dutchess County Parade Committee has started reorganizing for the 2026. It is our intention to hold the 31st annual parade in the village once again. The date of the parade is March 7th, 2026. The parade will line up at 12 noon. We'll have a Shamrock Dash at 12:45, and the parade will kick off at 1 p.m. It is our hope that the village board will once again back our endeavors and also participate by marching in our escort division with all other dignitaries. It is also our request that maybe you can appoint a representative to attend our meetings first Monday of each month, 7:15 p.m., VFW Post, Village of Wapner's Falls. So if there are any issues between the committee and your board, they can be resolved quickly. Thank you. Anything else?
No.
Any other recognition?
Any other recognitions?
Board? Roll call. Mayor Huber.
President.
Trustee McCormick.
Here.
Trustee Cemento.
Here.
Trustee Marshall.
Here.
Trustee Mosh. Here. Trustee Venka.
Here.
Trustee Smith.
Here.
Village Attorney Lindars.
Here.
There are no warrants for tonight's meeting. Regular session. We have a public hearing. I need a motion to open the public hearing for the CDBG grant program. Can I have a motion?
I'll make the motion. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
All right, public hearing has been duly announced in the paper, but there's a twist in it. There were two projects that were highlighted. One was a roof for the boathouse, and the other is for crosswalks. The boathouse project has been scratched because of the cost of it. It wouldn't fit into this particular grant program. But the crosswalk is still on and remaining. So the public hearing is open at this point.
The supervisor wanted to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the Board of Trustees, our residents, and I believe that we have a number of visitors with us here today. This is something that I had to come to your meeting to speak on. As you know, I 110% respect the separation of town and village government, but at times, as I'm representing 75% of this village, and those individuals pay town taxes as well, I feel that it's important to come and speak on this topic. When I was in the county legislature, we were able to work collaboratively with the village in securing a prior CDBG grant from Dutchess County government to modernize some of the crosswalks in the downtown historic district that you see today with those blinking lights. And that was the first phase. And I commend the village then, and I commend the village now for wanting to continue that progress as the village just a short time ago compared to now, really has flourished. And I dare say, you know, we have a very vibrant, walkable downtown with amazing businesses and shops, but we now need to support that and take the next step. And continuing to work their way up through the downtown historic district with additional crosswalks, which I see are highlighted here on these boards, would be beneficial. We have received from the town, I know that you have received as village officials, a number of concerns from our mutual residents over the safety of the downtown historic district. We know that there have been far too many pedestrian versus automobile accidents from the Grinnell Library right on through to the town Poughkeepsie side of the village along West Main Street. We know that there is a need for additional crosswalks, whether that's along South Avenue or on West Main Street, where now you have more businesses coming in and a municipal parking lot, which you did not have just a few short years ago. This resident feedback and the folks in this room and those that have supplied you with letters show that this is valued and that this is a needed project. What I'd like to offer here tonight is what I've always offered to this village government, and that's assistance and that's a partnership. The CDBG grant application offers different scenarios. A singular application, you can be entitled up to $125,000 worth of funding. And this is not a matching grant. This is upfront funding that the village would not need to match. But if you did a joint application, let's say between the town of Wappinger and the village of Wappingers Falls, you would be eligible for double that funding at $250,000. And as we know, dealing with the state of New York is something that is not the easiest at times. So I feel that the more money allocated toward this project, especially if there's no upfront costs needed from the village of Wappingers Falls, the better. And the more crosswalks and the more pedestrian access points we can enhance. So what I'd like to offer here is the commitment of the town of Wappinger to be a joint sponsor and applicant on this grant application with you. We'd be happy to do that. And I'd like to commend Tom Morris. I believe Tom is taking the charge here as chair of the planning board and as grant writer. I'd like to commend him, but also extend our assistance in any way, shape, or form to get this done, as this is something that is needed for our mutual residents. We'd also like to assist in any other way. As many of you know, the town of Wappinger, we've taken steps and we've opened up our own sign shop throughout the town. If you need help producing signage, we'd be more than happy to work out something where this grant can fund those signs and our employees can make them. Which means that that grant funding can go even further with that cost savings. Obviously, it is our priority for my administration and our town government to keep this village as independently solvent and fiscally sound as possible. So however we can work together on that to create this common goal, you have my full 110% support to do. I just wanted to make that known here today. Thank you very much for the initiative, and you have my full support on this. Thank you.
All right, anybody else?
Thank you. That's a hard act to follow.
Rhonda, you got it.
My name is Rhonda Donahue, and I'm here to represent Tom Morris, who is the chair of the planning board of this fantastic village. And Tom and I have been working together on a very tight timeline that that Dutchess County has imposed to create a block grant, which is, as Supervisor Cavazzini pointed out, a check. It is not a match. It doesn't raise your taxes. It just provides infrastructure that is needed, and it's specifically designed for moderate to low income areas. And as all of these wonderful people know, and most of you, the entire village of Wappinger Falls falls into the block grant eligible category, so we don't even have to crunch numbers. The entire village is in. So we just get to talk about programming. May I? Would that be okay? And if y'all have any questions, or if my back is to you, forgive me. This is kind of weird, you know, flipping around, so doing my best.
I don't think that mic is on.
Oh.
Just, yeah, just flick it right up there. There you go, you're on.
Hello? Okay, better? Okay, great. All right, so I'm going to show you first, I guess, because this is how it's working out. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to show you first our dream crosswalk. So here it is. As you can see, this thing is called a rapid, rectangular, flashing beacon. So these flash kind of like emergency vehicles, and that's on purpose so that drivers pay attention. And these are very much like the 3 that exist in the village, and I'll talk a little more about that in a minute. But they have the addition of these overhead lights, which is an improvement created by the vendor. And I will tell you, it seems, at least around here, that it's the same vendor who wins the bid. So the Village of Fishkill, and they've been very helpful in this grant process, by the way, and the City of Beacon, and the crosswalks exit in the town of Wappinger. I believe they're all by TAPCO. So that's the people. The TAPCO people recommended to me and Tom that we add these lights to every crosswalk so that at nighttime or at low light times, dusk, dawn, school bus time, right? The lights come on if someone's trying to cross the road. That further alerts the drivers and allows the pedestrians to cross safely. Are you with me so far? Okay, cool. All right, so now we came up with, before we got bankrolled, if the board decides to accept the supervisor's offer. We came up with a $50,000 grant for 5 new crosswalks on what is 9D, and sometimes it's South Road, sometimes it's East Main, sometimes it's West Main. Okay, we'll go through that. Okay, and the addition, and I want to show the board members this, the addition of these overhead lights, so it would be a retrofit to the 3 crosswalks that Supervisor Cavassini referenced in his remarks. So I'm going to first show you the ones we're adding lights to. Okay, I'm going to show the board first. Okay, the yellow push pins are the crosswalks that exist now. So the RRFBs without the overhead lights. So this one there is on West Main Street, across the bridge into the town of Poughkeepsie. These next 2 are on East Main Street on the Wappinger side of the creek. Okay, so those are all TAPCO RRFBs, and I went there with my little iPhone and took pictures of their serial numbers and sent them to TAPCO, and they say, yes, these are our things, and we can put lights on them for you. So I think for a total of, I don't know, $5 or $6 grand, we can upgrade those, and we included that in our grant because Tom Morris, who I'm working with and who's just a fabulous guy, you guys are very fortunate to have him. He's really terrific. He strongly is in favor of let's light every crosswalk. Okay, cool. So any questions about that? Okay. And then the red, first I'll just say, blue push pins mean schools. Okay, so we start from the south to the north. We start with the junior high, and here at Maple, that's a walkway for kids to go to school, and a lot of moms don't want their kids to go to school by walking because they don't want them to cross 9D unassisted, and having done it myself yesterday, I would strongly recommend against that. Okay. So we would like to add an RRFB down here, so it seems like away from everything else, but that's because this is where the school is, and this is a walk route to the junior high. Okay, then we come further, so we leave a long stretch of road here without additional crosswalks. All of this stretch of road is in the town of Wappingers, so when y'all confer about the offer and you want to do joint or not or whatever, you'll let us know and we'll add crosswalks. And I will say, we have received a great many letters from, a great many letters from citizens of the village requesting additional crosswalks here, like one to this building here. You can't cross the street easily to get here. So that would be a great option, in my opinion. There's also, of course, a bunch of churches across the street, so people can cross to get to church. So, all right, moving on. All right, so we're at the school. Then we go, I'm just going to do this one because it's not on 90. There's a red push pin here. That top red push pin, North Route 9, that's at the post office. There's really not a crosswalk on that stretch of East Main that isn't 90. And I have crossed there myself. You know, you go out in the road, you look around, you see if they're looking at you. I mean, it's not a great situation. And I think that allowing people to get around town without their cars is ideal. And also, I mean, we can be hopeful that if we had a bunch of crosswalks, then the trucks won't like us anymore. So, you know. I know. That's a tough one.
Years ago, we took care of this.
All right.
Eliminated a lot of them.
I beg your pardon, sir?
I said, we eliminated a lot of them years ago.
Well, thank you, because,
Well, that was DOT. They're back.
Uh-huh.
And now the guy's gone.
I see. Well, Tom and I are working with district, or region, thank you. Region 8 of the Department of Transportation has a new head, Julianne Fuda. She has been in communication with Supervisor Cavazzini, possibly also with you, Mayor Huber. I don't know yet, but Tom and I are talking to her staff because for all these ones on Route 9D, we have to get their permission. May I speak about that for just a moment?
Sure.
All we have to really get from DOT is permission, because we're not asking for money, we're not asking for labor, and we're not asking for any part of their right-of-way. And those are things that I know they are guarded about. So we're hoping that this will be probably a paperwork nightmare, but we're hoping that that's all that it is. It's just showing them where they are and what the, TAPCO's obviously an approved vendor, they wouldn't be everywhere, and so on and so forth. So we'll keep you up to date on that. All right, so we'd like to add an RRFB, so a flashing beacon right here at this red dot, which is the library, because all kids like to go to the library. No kids can go to the library from this side of 90, not my kids anyway. So, and I'm not the kids of these brothers in here. We want Lewis to be able to walk to the library by himself. Okay. And then this next one that we're recommending is right here. It looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. It's at the municipal parking lot. There's a great parking lot there, but you can't get to it. Crossing the street is hard. So we added one there. And then up here, blue push pin. I could do a quiz. What are blue push pins? Schools. Okay, that's St. Mary's School. And we want the children to be able to cross successfully to and from school every day. And, of course, great for parishioners at church services. So these are the 5 new crosswalks that Tom and I are proposing, and the 3 to be refurbished. Now, since we began this process, which is only a week and a day ago, so we're moving pretty fast, we have gotten a zillion letters. And a lot of people are asking for additional crosswalks in this area, as I mentioned earlier. So I just wanted to say that. So to the board, do you all have any questions of me?
Yes, the ones that you're doing, is that all the money that we can get for it, or can we do more if we partner with Joe?
We can do more if we partner with Joe.
So then we need to partner with Joe, because I think we need more.
I agree.
Because on our side, by Johnny's store,
Johnny's
the
store.
kids want to go down to the lake.
Oh,
And
and they can't.
somebody got hit there, because it's too dark.
Oh, no.
2 people got hit there,
Oh, no.
so we definitely need one there.
Okay, great.
Would be
I think
West
you're gonna have a problem with the parking lot on West Main there,
How come?
because of the hill and the sight distance on that. We've been
Oh,
trying-
the sight lines?
We've been trying to talk with DOT on putting a crosswalk in, and it hasn't been going too well, so we might
I
have
see.
a problem with that.
Okay, so maybe I can ask Tom to speak with you, Mayor Huber?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, great.
You can call.
Could they put one at the end of Church Street, up higher?
Or lower.
No, because
Church
we already got
Street.
that one there by School Street. it's yours.
But I don't think it's an RRFB. Maybe we could upgrade it.
No, that's one of them that I think you're gonna upgrade.
Okay, okay, gotcha. Okay.
So is it too late to change the application and partner with Joe?
No, sir, it's not. But I will tell you when the deadline is. I'm sorry. I didn't set the deadline, okay?
Tomorrow.
No, February 2nd, Monday.
Okay.
Monday.
So how do we quickly do this?
So, I just have a quick question
Yes, sir.
for the supervisor, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna talk to Joey really quick.
Yeah, of course.
How, you're saying that the village will not have to shell out any money for this, and you will take full responsibility, because you're gonna get the money back, right?
So a CDBG grant is not a matching grant, all right? So it is fully funded by Dutchess County through HUD monies that come from the federal government. So the Village of Wappingers Falls would not need to worry about having to match some of it. So let's say you're awarded $125,000, okay? Typically in those grants, then you would be responsible for the other $125,000. That is a $125,000 check that's written to you by Dutchess County. That was the process, how it worked when the village got the enhanced crosswalks previously. Because I'm not going to remember what that acronym was. That was the process before. What I was offering from the town of Wappinger perspective was you can then increase your funding opportunity to $250,000 with a co-applicant. Okay? Because right now, per this proposal that was laid here that I just saw tonight, says only $50,000. If you wanted to apply on your own, you're up to $125,000 worth of money. We all know that this village has a lot of opportunities, and Trustee McCormick just added another one here tonight. You're going to need more money, especially with DOT applications.
So, my understanding, and I could be completely wrong, is that the village cuts a check, pays for it up front, we get a check back, saying, oh, you get fully reimbursed for all the expenses.
So the way that Dutchess County government at least did it when I was there, I believe that you have 2 county legislators and the majority that could probably provide more context today, but typically how it's done is they'll do a percentage, and as you submit receipts, you'll get reimbursed. When we've been very active in the town receiving these 100% funded grants, and that's how it's worked as of recently.
So I'm gonna be honest, the village can't cut that check right now to even start with. So that's my only qualm about it. And if you're willing to partner with it, then that's something obviously we're gonna have to consider on a very expedited timeline. You said Monday, right? The 2nd?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, don't be sorry. You didn't make it, but that's something that obviously we're gonna have to.
And again, I don't know the details of that much of the village finances. I know the overall financial state, but obviously, again, there are opportunities based on what we've done recently where it could be broken down in pieces. So you might not be able to afford the full chunk up front, but you can work out a plan if you're awarded the grant from Dutchess County government to potentially fund it in sections and get reimbursed as you go. We just did that recently with a municipal innovation grant we received from Dutchess County as well.
How much of this grant would you be needing for the town?
We are not asking for anything. We're just here to help you.
Crosswalks in, you're just...
Nope. We are just here to help because
Oh, okay. You're
75% of the village is in the town of Wappinger. These are my residents. These are my crosswalks as well. So it's an equal.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious
Yeah.
because... yeah.
We are not asking to add anything else.
Right.
In the town of Wappinger, we're moving forward on our school zones and pedestrian access points through TAP grants right now, DOT funded grants from the state. So that's what we're looking at.
You're gonna keep them all in the village? of-
Yeah, this is just a partnership. There's no money coming from us. I'm offering a partnership with the village to increase your funding opportunity.
Okay.
My next question is, if you get approved for 200,000, we don't have to use 200,000.
That is absolutely
Yes,
correct.
correct.
And
You can return it.
also, if you get approved for $200,000 and you spend $180,000, you have to give back $20,000. So it's just
Yeah.
exactly. how-
Whatever you spend.
Yes.
And just based on this, and the mayor and I have been out on West Main Street, which is in the town of Poughkeepsie side of the village, but I've been out there many a time with the mayor and state representatives advocating and talking about a number of these issues here, trying to get some sort of action happening there. So I can attest to that. There are a lot of opportunities and you're probably going to need as much money as you can get. And that's why I wanted to come here tonight, folks, was I know what a state permit costs. The mayor knows what is entailed with this. We've had many a conversation, too, about truck traffic and working with the Dutchess County Transportation Council. All of these points here require funding, and this is a
This would be
good check.
covered under the costs of this, so we wouldn't have to incur them costs.
That is correct.
Correct. And this was the problem before. When the mayor and I would meet with DOT, state was not willing to put the money in, developers were not willing to put the money in, and this is now an opportunity to get essentially a free check
We have
to do the
a
enhancements.
problem with Traffic in the village heating, so
Mhm.
I think this will help
Slow the
somewhat,
traffic down, slow the trucks down.
especially if we can get people walking a lot.
More crosswalks.
Exactly.
on West Main, and East Main, and South
I
Avenue.
think that's something we have to do.
And I would encourage the village board to speak to planners. You can speak to the town planner if you need. But there are different traffic calming initiatives that can be done, whether that's planting trees, whether that's different types of signage, whether it's these crosswalks, even the bump outs that were added. There are different ways to add traffic calming elements to the street. You can look at the Village of Fishkill. Village of Fishkill is on New York State Route 52, for example. And they were able to, again, get state improvements as well as apply for CDBG funding for their crosswalk improvements as well.
So if we decided to go with this, how much do we have to put up?
You're not putting up anything.
Whatever the
Bobby.
cost is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once the money comes in, whatever we spend, you gotta pay back.
No.
No.
Well, what's the time frame of starting this, actually, if we got approved, and how long does it take to get approved?
Or no, we, upfront,
Okay.
the cost is
The,
ours, and then on
The
the.
grants are awarded in June, and the money, nothing starts until August 1st. The grant program begins August 1. So we've got time to figure out how, but we don't have time to figure out how much we're asking for.
Yes.
The other thing I want to say, this is important, this is the year in which Supervisor Cavazzini has made this offer. The reason he's able to do this, if it's okay if I speak for you, sir, is because he's not writing a block grant for the town of Wappinger. If he was, he couldn't make this offer. So, you can, so that's a great opportunity. The other thing that means, though, is that these grants will come again next year. So that maybe this is a year in which the board decides to max it out. Tom and I will work on it. We've got the vendor on the hook. And of course, everything has to be bid out to 3 people because this is HUD money. Okay, great.
But you do have, again, you have county legislators here that are your representatives in county government. When I was a Dutchess County legislator, I did not represent the village when I was a county legislator. But as Clerk Carge knows, we took care of you during COVID. We were able to advocate and get these things done. When I was a county legislator, we returned $2 million to the town of Wappinger. That is why your county legislators are here. That is why they're advocating. That's the tool, is to go through them. So you should be able to get this grant. You had a solid application. That's just my opinion.
So, and if Joey applies for one of these next year, he would not be able to join on with this year.
That is
This
correct.
Basically is something we need to act on.
And I do want to stress, we usually go for these CDBG grants. We are pursuing a different avenue of county and state grant funding this year.
But next year, you might be applying for it.
Absolutely. I never turn down an opportunity.
Free money?
No brainer to me.
For the
May
record,
I ask if anybody who came would like to make a comment? Would that be okay?
Sure.
Yes. I think you need to speak. This is taped, so, okay. Here you go.
walkability is not just an issue for children, it's an issue for seniors as well. And so one of the things, as a 68-year-old, trying to run across to get to Mizzier Park and walk my dog, what I would like to ask you is, while I understand that these are state roads, is it at all possible to add some kind of traffic control, like a stop sign, in addition to stripe lines? Because I can tell you that in my 12 years of living where I live, I would say the ratio of people who stop at that crosswalk to those who don't stop, I would say 3 to 1, they don't stop. I think this is the other piece that I want to add is that the lighting is nice, but children don't walk at night that much, certainly not by themselves. So I'm wondering if there's some other things to look at using this grant money that would make crossing some of these streets safer, like a more active traffic control.
Well, it goes for fog, early morning.
I think a good place to put is at the corner of Mazio, because once I almost got hit by a car because the car stopped. Then we were walking, and then just started again when we were in the middle of the road.
Do you know where you were? Were you crossing to go into Mizzier Park?
And we were crossing to go to like the tots part, like by the food pantry for poor people. We were crossing back there.
So yeah, for that was something that had occurred. And then so yeah, Mizzier, as you mentioned, in the daytime, I see people, they see us, they don't stop. Or that one car stopped, our lane didn't, blew through. And I would like speed humps, to be honest, at all the crosswalks, have them elevated, slow traffic down. We were in Ireland recently visiting family. Every major roadway that went through a town had speed humps to slow the traffic down and reduce traffic, pedestrian fatalities.
Thing is, DOT's not gonna do that.
Not going to do it. I mean, I don't know what it's going to take eventually.
Tried to get a red light down on Market Street and Main Street. I tried for years, and I've been on the board for a long time.
I mean, I just wanted to keep pushing. He's saying somebody got hit recently on 9D
That was,
That was probably 5 years ago.
5 years ago. I mean,
So no, much more recent than that. Come on.
no.
Maybe not fatal, but we had an accident in the last 12 months.
I mean, even now, trying to pull out with the snow how high the snow is, it's hard to make that turn out, and people fly through here because it's just a cut through. So if we could keep pushing before something happens, I understand their reluctance to do it, but I would just like to see some pressure put on them to do something for traffic flow, because they use it as a cut through, they fly through, they don't live here. I've watched people stand at the, where those are at the bottom of the hill by the bridge, stand there for like 2 minutes, nobody yields. Nobody lets them cross, and then eventually have to run for it.
years
So.
ago, we used to put officers in plain clothes and then have the cops way down the street, and then they would do the crosswalk thing. And when they didn't, they ticketed them. And
I like
after a
that.
while, they caught on. And that's something for Dave to look at.
Did they ever put cameras on crosswalks where people that go through, their car license plate gets a picture taken of it?
They do it in New York, but
I'd like that, just something, because if people start to get, wise that, hey, if you start blowing through these crosswalks and pedestrians and you're gonna get something, that would slow it down too, so I appreciate that.
For the record, please state your name and address, everyone, speakers.
Sorry about that. Ryan O'Connor, 63 South Missouri.
Thank you. You had something?
Yeah, it was, for the record, I'm looking at the CDBG grant, and for crosswalks, which would be listed under public facilities, I believe the limits are 200, 400 for a joint application. I could be wrong on that, but that appears to be what it is, so.
I think that's correct.
So Ian, I have it right here. So it can apply either as the affordable housing, public facilities, or wastewater, which is 400,000, or the
Yeah.
removal of existing architectural barriers, parks and recreation, and infrastructure is 250. So either or, joint application.
I mean, based on public facilities, it talks about crosswalks, so the actual value could be 200, 400, which would put even more money for us to do it. But again, you gotta front the cost.
Would the village board like for Tom Morris and I, who I have to speak for him, he's not present, to look into further enhanced versions of the crosswalk? Do you see what I mean?
I would like the
We've had a
elevated
camera
crosswalks and
request. I
everything,
think we've
yeah.
got some other lighting issues. I think we've got, there's even crosswalks that are made somewhere where things come out of the ground and stop the car.
That's hot.
I will ask them.
That wouldn't hold up the application though. If you-
No, sir. Once we request for something, for an amount of money with the TOW, it sounds like where we're going, then we have 4 weeks to get it together and put it in.
Okay.
Okay.
And do you know how long the payback time would be if we did have to lay out the money as far as, do you know that?
I would defer to the county legislature.
My understanding is very fast.
Okay.
My understanding is it's very fast. I know that with some of the county money that is supposed to go to the village, it goes through the town. But I assume you guys know all of it, and if you have a direct line, then it
When-
goes very quickly.
When you say very fast, I mean very fast to some people is a month, 2
No,
months, 3 months?
Like, my understanding from the finance department is days.
Okay.
What I'll do, I don't really have, I can get in touch with Mr. Parch. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
But I can call Paul Hesse in the morning and explain kind of what's happened. He's aware of the grant. He's already seen the letter of intent that Tom Morris has drafted. So I'll talk about breaking developments and get this information and get it to you immediately. Okay.
The county executive announcement of the award for the grant is in April of 2026. So at that point, you should be notified
If we got it.
if you got it and to what extent for the project that you're proposing.
Do we know who votes for us to be able to get it? Is it the legislative themselves that vote?
It's the Department of Planning, County Executive's Office. The county legislators can certainly advocate for that funding.
All right, I was just wondering now, each crosswalk is going to have all this lighting now? The ones that are already here, you're going to put lighting on them?
Yes,
Okay. And you're definitely going to put one by the post office?
yes.
Okay.
Would you please give your name? Oh, well, okay, well, it's for the public record. They just want to know that you live here.
Yeah, I live here.
Yes.
Great. Alice Rogers.
Would anyone else like to? Yeah.
Just one question, John Tillishak, South Mizzier. If we take up Supervisor Cavassini's offer, 2 of those are in Poughkeepsie, is that going to be a fly in the ointment?
No.
No.
Still in the village.
The village is still the lead applicant.
Because the village, that's the village, and we're still a participant. So as far as the village goes, the money goes. Anyone else?
Hi, I'm Evan Menace. I'm a visitor. I'm a city councilman in the city of Poughkeepsie, and we cannot apply for this grant because the city of Poughkeepsie gets our own CDBG grant from the federal government. So when Dutchess County has these funds, they are only available to the towns and villages. But I just wanted to say that in the city of Poughkeepsie, this is something that we're looking to do as well with other grant funds. We've been able to add some of these new RFFB, I think Rhonda has said a few times, crosswalks, especially on Main Street in the district that I represent. And there has been a noticeable difference in being able to slow down traffic on Main Street, which can often be a problem. We have major issues, of course, with state roads. I know you're going to have to work with DOT on this. And so we're working to increase the pedestrian safety apparatus on the arterials around the downtown city of Poughkeepsie. But I just want to say that, earlier in my career, I worked as an urban planner for 3 years, and this is some of the best possible investments that you can make in your downtown for walkability. I really hope you move forward with it. And then also, I'm a co-executive director of a nonprofit organization that receives grant money from Dutchess County, and I can just speak directly to the turnaround time on those grant funds. Dutchess County is a wonderful partner in providing grants to local municipalities and nonprofits. When we submit our claims, which often it's us who are the ones who are slowing the process down, getting our claim paperwork together. But as soon as we get our claims in, they review them immediately. They get back to us sometimes same day, sometimes within the next day, and then within a week, usually the check is either ready for pickup or mail. So Dutchess County is a phenomenal partner. They're passing through federal funds here, but they receive the federal funds before these projects begin, and then they dole them out to you. So I strongly, strongly encourage you to move forward with this project. If we could apply for these funds in the city of Poughkeepsie, we would, and we are using CDBG funds for some infrastructure as well as for some social programs, helping to feed people and things like that, as well as some youth programs. So thank you. I hope this helps, and good luck in your application.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I have one question for you too. The person who actually does the crosswalk, do they apply for all the permits and everything? They take care of all that? The contractor that
I don't know. Good question. I'll find out. 9 a.m.
I'm pretty sure they
Typically
do.
they do.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think when they did the.
And since we're using the vendor that y'all used and Fishkill used, I would say yes.
I would hope, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you. Someone wish to? Hi.
Hi, I'm Jackie Muller. I'm a business owner, a village resident, and the president of the Business Association. And on behalf of all of that, I think that it would be beneficial to our village to have this traffic slow down, not only for the pedestrians like myself who like to walk around the village, the businesses, the cars that have their mirrors clipped off every Sunday when we're sitting there at Norma's, right? We see it's hard for the cars to park, to go into the businesses. We have some business association members here. My grandson's teacher, they have a hard time crossing over the crosswalks as well. So I really would like to, on behalf of the Business Association, offer to go around to our members and to get more support for you in this effort if the village decides to go through with this project. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much. Anyone else? Oh. Excuse me.
She's still Alice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just wondering with the crosswalks, the lights or whatever, is there any way you could put like little signs on there to say, wait? See, people think they're in a crosswalk and you just cross right, and that's how they get hit.
Adults. Thank you, Alice. There are different forms of RRFBs, okay? That's a crosswalk where that flashes. And so, given the questions from everyone, both the board and the public, I have a list in my head of questions to ask, and I will say that the vendor that we're working with, and I just went to the village of Fishkill and called the mayor, who's an old friend, and I said, look, I gotta get these crosswalks figured out fast because the grant deadline was very short. We got trained last Thursday, so we got trained tomorrow, a week ago, very fast. And she passed on all of her info to me. So I'm going to ask about, there are different kinds of RRFBs that have, like the ones in the city, wait, walk, or it counts down, you can't walk anymore. There are also ones that have many different features. So they're cameras, whatever. I'm just gonna ask what they have and then work on a price point and explain to them that I realize that Tom and I possibly, and I've been the one dealing with the vendor because he's had family issues, that we need to speak to them that we are working in a heavy traffic area. That is different than, I don't know, Main Street in Fishkill. It really is. This is very different. So I'm sure, because they do lots of research, and I'm sure that they have solutions that they're going to point me to that are possibly not the ones that we have recommended. But hey, we'll recommend what you need, that Tom. And I'm really enjoying working with him. We will do what needs to be done. I do also want to say, though, to everyone, it is extremely difficult to work with the New York State Department of Transportation. I'm not trying to diss them. I'm just stating a fact.
I was gonna say, this is recorded. We
Right.
want this.
I know. But I just want to say that it's hard, but one of the positive things that has happened is that we have a new head of our district. She's brand new, and she is wanting to improve walkability, because walkability is what the future is about. So I spoke with her assistant last Friday, and then of course we had a massive snowstorm which heavily affected the DOT. So we will be working again, and I'll be advocating for the village and its residents because this is very important. This is life and death.
Thank you.
I'd like to say one thing. Why don't you mention the DOT about our sidewalk? It's only been 6 years. And that's a safety.
Yes, sir, it certainly is. We can't address it with this
I understand.
grant,
No,
but I hear what you're saying. I get the lady's ear. Yes, I hear you. No problem.
Okay, if there are no further questions, can I have a motion to close the public hearing?
There a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, that concludes the hearing portion of tonight's meeting. We're going to move now into the regularly scheduled agenda that we would hold tonight. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Thanks, Bill.
Get a motion.
For this what?
So what do we do? We're still in a meeting here, so you guys wanted to talk, you can go out, step outside. We still have a meeting to attend. Thank you.
So, can we discuss that out here?
No. I don't think so. Can you hear it?
Partner with the town of Wappinger.
Oh, okay.
So my only, hate to look a gift horse in the mouth, right? And if it would be going into the town's pockets and we'd just basically be reaching into there saying, oh yeah, throw it towards that, don't really have a problem with it.
It's not. It's ours.
What?
It's ours.
That's what I'm saying, is he's just only increasing our ability
to get more money.
We don't have the money to be shelling out for. No, because it goes to the town of Wappinger then.
You're across the street.
I handle the street lights. You can call me.
What?
Building
April of 26. August is when all the.
But here's the problem. If
Can you call me
get the
tomorrow?
bond-
Can you point out which ones this is coming
Thank you.
So, I see the point of, like, obviously we want to increase our ability to
25
get the funding, to get,
I have one meeting here.
if it is,
Take care of village business.
Yeah, but we have a meeting.
if it is up to 400,000, this is my only problem, is we can't take the first step because we're on our butts in terms, like, bad is an understatement. And this is something that if they, like I don't know if that's something that we can do, but I think it goes to the town. If they are the original,
No, it's our.
correct.
Ours.
He's just.
If it's fully reimbursed,
Dave said was switch it,
but then it goes to the town, I think.
switch it, so that we're the add-on, and they're the grant.
See, Joey's not applying.
If it's fully reimbursed, by,
Fully reimbursed.
so that's fine. Could the town make a donation and say, here's the money for the operation of actually taking it, right, of doing it? And then they get, we just cut the check to them. That's my only thing.
Well,
That did not appear to be his proposal, and I don't think
That's
that's
what I
on
was-
the table.
that's what I was trying to ask.
Yeah, he's not here now,
well,
which
it would be
is but-
unfortunate to lose that money if we're getting it all back. I would agree with you if we had to put upfront money, 200,000, and we only get 100,000 back, then, and it costs us 100,000, but technically, we even if we need to borrow that amount of money, or take it out of one of the accounts,
And then what's the timeline
and
of
then we
getting
get
paid
it,
back?
well, that's
though?
what they said.
That gentleman was saying, you know, it's very
Days?
quickly.
Right, but
Days.
here's the thing.
Yeah, but
But here's-
we basically gotta bring our paperwork
Yeah,
to
but
them.
we're not gonna get the money till the job is done. How long is it gonna take for the job to get done? I think that's the,
Yes.
Said put it in
Look, some-
phases.
So the way the grants work, there is a whole timeline laid out on the website. The grant award will come out, you'll understand and have an idea of what you're gonna be awarded for the project that you're going to present. That award is what you're gonna base the size of your project. You can scale the project, and eventually you will conduct the project. You will have to front the cost, you will be reimbursed. Timelines for that, I'm not fully aware of. But as I said, the grant will be awarded, so it's not like you won't know that you're not gonna have the funds, right? You're gonna know what the risk is, and how you fund it is a finance question, and that's something that you're gonna have to determine. Now, unfortunately, there's deadlines. If there's a schedule for awarding, there's a schedule for applying. And the application deadlines, I think it's February 2nd for the letter of intent and March 3rd.
So that's the question then, is this is just our question of whether we apply solely by ourselves or we apply using the village or the town. That's the only question.
So
If we get the money, we don't have to use it.
If we
That's
use,
what I'm.
if we use the town, we don't have to use all that money.
Right.
So, I mean,
so you think we should go for the 400 and go jointly with Joey?
I don't think we should be going for 400, but.
Well, we don't have to use it.
we don't have to use it, but.
Okay, that's true.
I have a message here from Tom Morris.
Okay.
The town will be a joint supporter, but it will be the village's dollars.
That's
The
right.
cost will be less than $100,000 with or without the town.
So could we, if,
See,
That's why I said, let's go for the 200,000, and we could probably add some more crosswalks, and if it's a little over 100,000, I think with tax money coming in, we should be able to do that on a short term. I can't see how crosswalks are gonna take that long to do.
The crosswalks are already there, we're just looking to put signs up.
Yeah, I
it's
can't see
not-
I wanna understand how,
These signs, I'm assuming, they're probably solar powered.
You're
Yeah.
not gonna be able to award a contract to a contractor if you don't have the money in a budget line. So you've gotta have funds available. However you get them,
right.
Yeah,
the
we-
funds would have to be available.
we can take care of the money part.
I think it don't hurt to try.
Well,
No,
the question,
I'd rather grab this project and save the money, because in the long run, if we try it on our own, it's gonna cost us a lot of money.
we are still, okay.
I'd rather
So,
borrow the money.
the motion in front of us is whether or not to have the town of Wappinger co-sponsor this application. We may not even get awarded it.
right, I would
That's right.
say yes.
So that is the motion in front of us, correct?
Yes.
Are we all on board with having the town of Wappinger co-sponsor this?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The town of Wappers will be co-signing with us.
Okay, so that motion implies that we're gonna authorize
Town of
the
Wappinger.
application
Yep.
and the letter of intent.
Yep.
So the motion should state that town board is going to authorize our grant writer, Tom Morris, to submit a letter of intent to make an application for the full amount of a joint application, which is $400,000, to I'm sorry, the CDBG grant, to fund the upgrade of crosswalks within the village.
You get all that?
No.
Somebody needs to adopt that as a motion. We would need a second.
Well, you said the town, we're
On
not.
the village board.
The village.
The village, I'm sorry.
The village is the lead agent.
So, all right, so I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Now, the only one question I have about the grant is that it's not necessarily what?
Damn, we just voted.
Too late.
No, well, no, I'm just saying, it's just a question, it's a yes or no, and it doesn't matter about what we just voted on. It's not a guarantee. We can ask for 400 and only get 200, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
You have to wait to see what you're going to be
Okay,
awarded.
and then we can go forward on the construction part.
We can be awarded nothing.
So who's gonna notify the town?
Well, we're not gonna do that.
I can reach out to Joe.
We have to get.
So along with the notifications would be one to the town, notifying them that we would like for them to join us on this application.
And who does that, you?
I can reach out to Joe.
I think a board member should do it,
Okay.
mayor.
Well, I don't like to say we're going to do something and then
Okay.
nobody have the job.
Okay.
Because then it doesn't get done.
I don't know if you want to pay me to do it. You
No.
might as well have somebody else do it.
The mayor's reaching out to.
I'll reach
All
out
right,
to Joe.
so that's number one.
Okay, you're gonna reach out to Joe, you're gonna email him so we got a paper trail?
Yeah, I'll email him.
Okay,
That's
thank
number
you.
one. Number two, someone needs to notify Tom Morris to submit the letter of intent before the deadline, as
Got
well
that?
as the
Or you want me to do
application.
it? I mean, I'll do
Tom
it.
Morris, you do Tom Morris?
He's watching.
He's probably watching,
He's watching. That's an easy one. Yeah.
but
And
someone
we're-
should
so Tom
formally
Morris
notify
needs to
him.
know to go ahead and.
Submit the letter of intent
Yep.
Correct.
prior to the deadline.
Okay, that's that.
That's that. We're good?
Good.
All right, continuing on with the printed portion of tonight's agenda. Is it my understanding that resolution number 0126, 2026 is tabled?
Yes, I'm gonna make a motion to table that to executive session.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Okay, motion to accept the resignation of Village Treasurer Greg Henson, effective January 30, 2026.
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it, unfortunately.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed.
Approval to appoint.
We got one
One
opposed.
opposed.
Let's do a roll call then. Mayor Huber,
Aye.
Trustee McCormick. Opposed?
Yeah, I don't wanna believe.
There's nothing you're gonna do about it.
Trustee Shemento.
Size of futility.
Aye.
Trustee Marshall.
Aye.
Trustee Marsh.
No.
Trustee Vanka.
Aye.
Trustee Smith.
No.
We got 1, 2, 3.
If you don't accept it,
Four.
he's leaving anyway, so I
Yeah.
don't know what to tell you.
We have 4. 4 is carried.
Simple.
I like to know.
Approval to appoint the following individuals as part-time police officers.
Is there a resolution, please?
There's not. I believe this was tabled for the February meeting.
No,
Right,
not that I was aware of. I asked that it be put on the agenda.
This was supposed to be
I
tabled.
had it on the April agenda, and I was asked to put it on tonight's agenda.
Yeah, you had it on the February and then we asked you to put it on tonight's, correct?
We don't have resolutions for these two.
You need a
We can make a
resolution?
motion.
I would rather have a resolution if we're doing.
If we're hiring people.
Backdate the resolution, can we? Yeah, I was gonna say.
I would recommend
on the
this
ballot.
board have a formal resolution for any hires.
Okay, well,
So
recommended,
we'll table this to the,
Table this just to executive session until,
So
I would
we
like-
have a motion to table this to executive?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
aye.
Aye.
One opposition.
Two.
2.
2-5. Carried.
All right.
Okay,
Monthly updates.
monthly updates, finance.
We lost the treasurer.
Checked out.
Yeah. There's our update.
Police Commissioner Fisher.
Evening, Mayor and Board of Trustees and village residents. For the month of December, total police calls we had were 538. We had 20 arrests, 151 traffic tickets issued, 95 parking tickets. Breakdown was 3 larcenies, 1 drug complaint, 21 motor vehicle accidents, 7 domestic disputes, 12 burglar or holdup alarms, 6 calls to assist another agency, 7 fights or disputes, 1 use of force incident, and 234 other service calls. You can see the breakdown per A-line, B-line, and C-line, and also the traffic tickets on the document I provided to you earlier. I was asked to bring in totals for snow ordinance tickets. For the month of December, there was 93 snow ordinance tickets issued and 30 tows. For this most recent one in January, I know we're not covering that right now. That'll be at the next meeting, but I was asked to bring them in. Also, we were at 49 tickets and 19 tows. I only have one item I need the board's approval on. Previously, you voted to renew our parking tickets at a cost of $1,475. That was the motion, and it was approved.
Did you get them?
Nope, because we had to wait for final approval. And layout with Ian. That has now been, I believe we're done with that, correct?
I think you and I have gone over and
Yeah.
finalized.
So I
Do
did.
you want to send me a final and then,
Yeah.
and then the proposal, and we can approve all that?
We need them now, though.
We're almost out completely. Well, regardless, the board had voted on it previously and approved the $1,475 with the changes that we had to make. It does bring the cost to $1,550, so it's an additional $75.
I would just like to ask Ian,
Yes.
Ian, if you could get this done, because these tickets, that we need them, it's very important. So we can get them sooner than later.
So
Please?
there is resolutions that will be ready for next meeting, for this and the fine schedules, the updated fine schedules as well.
But it's gonna take a few weeks to get them ordered and delivered, and we're on,
Well, I would order-
fumes with the tickets, so.
I've also requested the proposal for it. I haven't seen the proposal. I don't know if it's from an OGS website or how that's, is it?
Yeah. It's the same one we used previous year.
I assume that it probably was, but if, without having looked at it and taking the commissioner's word that it's from a proper OGS bid, then we could authorize the purchase of the ticket books now.
Yeah, I would
I'll
like
make
to
the motion that we authorize the purchase.
I'll second it.
I'll
Because
third it.
All in favor?
I would like, I want
Opposed?
these here tomorrow.
We just passed.
Yeah, well, the whole thing is, the guys are running out of tickets and you want them to give tickets.
That's it for me, except for I'd like to be asked to come to executive session for one topic.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Tickets, you can't give them to Jason.
It's personnel.
Okay, legislative, trustee Cemento.
No update. No update?
No update.
Because we don't.
Highway,
What are you doing?
Complaining.
I did want to thank the residents. We didn't have problems with cars this last snow. If they were parked, we would have had a massive mess. I really do want to thank the residents for that, and I think it was Paul Italiano gave us the sandwich today. Paul treated us to lunch today for
Oh, very nice.
all the work. We used so far about half of our salt. We used about 500 tons out of 1,000 tons of salt we ordered, and we're about halfway through the season, so we're not doing too bad on that. Where we are going bad is that all the major snow events has happened over the weekends, so our overtime is getting blown out of the water on that one. It's not happening during the weekdays.
Now, can I ask you a question, Joe? Now, how many people do you have plowing?
Well, we use the 5 highway people and the 3,
Okay, so 8 total.
yeah.
Is it possible, and I'm asking because I don't know, is it possible to have them do shifts?
The way the snow is.
Why not?
No,
I'm just curious.
5 guys, I have 5 guys in designated areas, and then the other guys are fill-ins for small plowing intersections, small roads that the big trucks.
I'm
can't
just
get.
curious, I mean, we're 1 square mile, I mean,
Yeah, but it's,
How many miles?
4, no, what I'm saying is 4 people and 4 people. Not that there wouldn't be overtime, I'm just saying that, you know, I'm also concerned that they're gonna fall asleep at the wheel, working 30 hours, you know, trying to push.
So what Tommy's alluding to, we have one on a 4-wheeler doing sidewalks. So right away, one comes out of the mix, he's not in the plow.
Sidewalks don't come after the roads, like, I just thought that they, you do them simultaneously.
So we have small trucks, we have big trucks. The big trucks can't get around the small areas.
Okay.
Sorry, Ian.
eventually they're going to.
I can't anymore.
Well, I'm just saying.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
And this is, we haven't had a snow event like this in 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
So, want to remember people that the garbage pails, recycling pails, if we plow them in, there's nothing we're going to do about that. If they're by the road, they're getting plowed in. And to keep your fire hydrants cleaned and open too, that's up to the residents, and the sidewalks in front of your property. And I'm going to ask that you don't clear your driveways into the road, because then the other cars come through it, and what was a clean road doesn't look like we plowed it anymore.
Well, with this storm, people,
I get
mean,
it.
you know, other than putting it somewhere, I mean, get a spoon and start eating it, I mean, where are they gonna put it, you know? I mean, I get it, I agree with you, but.
That's why I said you put it in front of the
So,
house.
but I'm also going to say, not only this storm, even on the smaller
Oh, yeah.
storms, I've watched them just push it out into the road.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't.
So I give a lot of people a lot of leeway on this one, but some of the other ones it wasn't called for. We've blown a few hydraulic lines, and of course, that happens when you're using your hydraulic equipment, and we're trying to budget for a hydraulic repair kit for next year, so we don't have to scramble. So, and again, I brought this up before, if at all possible, if we're not going to use the weed board, I'd like to sell it. And I know that's just up in the air, but if we let that thing sit another 2 years, we're going to be throwing it away.
You're better off selling it.
I'm just trying to remind the board that it's close to being garbage.
What's that?
So do we need to make a resolution?
What's he talking about?
Weed whacker, they don't use.
We gotta do a.
Do a resolution.
What, in the water?
Surplus and then
So can you do that?
Last time they didn't last long.
just provide me the information
Okay.
on the item.
John
I will.
Chemicals have been doing a good job, so.
Is there anything else you want to surplus, any other trucks that we don't use?
Yeah, there's a pickup truck from the water department that's gotta be surplus, and.
We'll just get,
Whatever else you got to go, let's get it all on the same.
get a list
That's
for
about-
Ian
that's
and
about it.
all the information.
Give me a list, I'll prepare it, we'll provide the list, and then the board can approve it next meeting.
Can we do that same list with police cars? Are we gonna?
I can do any list you
Well,
want.
the commissioner already has a plan for the police cars with that company, right? That comes in and
Okay.
puts it out to auction, huh?
We have to surplus.
But we have to surplus, okay, we don't,
It's just we're waiting for the approval for the new.
right,
So,
We
when,
use the same company.
huh?
We use
Oh,
the same
okay,
company.
okay, thank you.
so part of the surplus, when you declare something surplus, we list the items out. You authorize them to go to auction. The proceeds that you receive from them generally go back to the department which financed the original purchase. So if it came out of highway generally financed the purchase or purchased it, and it goes back to the highway budget.
No, they don't.
If it came from, well, I'm just,
They don't.
however it
finance
was financed, that's where it should go. However, the board needs to let me know where they want those funds to go. So,
Well, if it's the lake thing, it's gotta go back to the lake.
Gotta go back to the lake.
correct?
And if it's highway,
Any other vehicles?
Should go back to highway.
any
yeah,
other-
but it's not taken out of the highway budget, it's taken out of, what do you call it, right, the general fund.
Okay, then
So,
you can go back to
yeah.
general fund.
Because I
And
asked
you
that
can
question the last
reappropriate.
time they got rid of a bunch of stuff.
The other
Wherever it
vehicles
is, I
are
just need
water
direction on where
Huh?
the board would
The
like
other
those
vehicle's
funds
a
to go.
water department vehicle.
Came
Oh,
out of the
okay.
water fund, so that has to go back to the water.
Yeah, that can go back
Water
to,
fund.
water department.
So to the extent we know where these items came from and where they should go, I can address that in the resolution so we understand what's being surplus, what's going to auction, and where those funds are going.
Okay, I'll get you that information, Ian.
Thank you.
Reservoir Place is still only partial access. I don't have any updates on that.
Looked open, it's not.
What do you mean by partial access?
Well, there were still gates, I mean, just a little narrow spot still.
I went there.
There's cars that go down that
Okay.
road, though.
They've been going down it, I haven't seen.
Yeah, reservoir's open.
Reservoir's open.
Okay, I stand corrected on that.
I see it being temporary open. When they start building, I'm gonna see more closures, and that's my
Well,
opinion.
as long as they notify,
It's
they
open,
gotta
so.
notify the police department, so that if there's an emergency, they know to reroute. But they should be coming to the village board for that kind of stuff, because they gotta close roads now.
He's go, when he starts that building, he's already told he's building it from the inside.
Okay.
I know because he's got his property that he can use for foliage.
I mean, I did a lot of work on houses. You can't normally side a house from the inside.
You can't side it, but you can lay brick.
What,
block
from the inside?
You're damn right.
Face stuff? Okay.
I did it, and I'll tell you what, he's got about 6 feet of his property there on the outside. Feel free to.
The next page, I wanted to point out is an open road permit for a gas hookup on Brick Row, but it's the other side. It's the one off where the on the other Brick Row.
Central Hudson's doing this work, right?
It's the Central Hudson open road permit request. I haven't approved it yet, but I'm going to approve it. I just want to let people know because it's can be a sore spot when we hear Brick Road and the gas.
Yeah.
Is it down by the explosion?
It's on the other side, the other side of the creek.
street.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we're opening it, are they opening it on February 2nd?
No, although open road permits, they're requesting them now for the spring.
Okay.
So this is not, I've already put a kibosh on any winter openings, yeah. Yeah, I haven't issued any over the winter, but they've given me the request and I told them I will for the spring.
Just make sure the insurance policy they have is good.
Kevin, the only way that we let them open up in the winter if it's a leak.
Emergency.
If it's gonna be
I just wanted to double check, like.
emergency only, pretty much. you know.
Do they have to put a performance bond up when they do it, or they just their insurance?
A $200 check they send in that we return when it gets closed back up.
$200? Why is it $200?
That's part of
Has-
the policy.
It's a,
Then if anything happens, it's not $200, it's probably $2 million policy.
How's that sidewalk working out for you?
Yeah.
What's going on with that sidewalk,
That's why I brought it up.
by Reservoir? Has that been replaced?
6 years.
The what?
Where you guys were working, had to tie in the lines
They're
on,
gonna do with rock dust in
On
the
East
spring
Main
when they
Street.
pour concrete, they were gonna pour the concrete in the spring. That's-
Spring Street.
She's talking about the sidewalk that's open in front of Emil's store, building. You fill that in with
Oh.
rock dust.
by Reservoir?
Yeah,
Y-
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't be, concrete can't be poured right now.
No, it's Millings.
Okay, could have sworn last time, at the last meeting, I was told it was gonna be.
Millings is.
the contractor was looking for a nice day to do it, and unfortunately, since the last meeting, there's been snow and.
We haven't had one of them.
and sleet and rain
Yeah.
and all that jazz, so.
Okay.
Can't pour that sidewalk till it settles.
You can, but, right, it's, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money.
All right.
And even in the winter, they put accelerants in, but it's just not as good to do it now. So, and that's all I
Okay,
have.
thanks.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Joe.
I just want to add, I want to thank my guys. They've been working tirelessly on getting snow removed,
Yes.
getting snow off the road. It's our job. It's Mother Nature's job to put the snow there, and it's our job to get it off. Everybody be patient. We're working through the village to get the roads back to right width with snow, and and we're removing piles, and we're working on it. So just
I
be
just
patient.
wanted to-
And my guys are working for 5, 6 guys, 8 guys when the water department has time to help us. It's, in a small handful of equipment.
Yep.
They're working hard at it, and, I'd like to give it up to them.
If you run out of snow, you can come over to my house.
I keep hearing that.
I would like to give a round of applause to the water department and highway.
Oh, it's a residence out there. We don't deliberately put the snow in front of your driveway. We do
I don't
to
believe it.
everybody.
I don't believe it.
We do it to everybody. so.
My neighbors think it's because I'm a trustee that they get it all over their sidewalk. I got blamed.
I did it at my house too, and the neighbors, and the neighbors.
Yeah.
Okay, fire.
No update on fire. I didn't get the monthly update.
Building Department.
Good evening,
Good
and I
evening.
apologize for being a little late. I got home late today with no heat, so I had to fix, everything's good.
Oh, did you have
I
the
just
pipes
wanted to know, I
freeze?
do apologize for being late.
Ooh.
For my department, for my report for January, new permits, we had 25. Permits closed, 12. Permits expiring, 10. Violations, we had 27. And fees taken in were 12,267.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Lake?
I have nothing on the lake right now.
I got good news on safety, that the pipe insulation in the basement of 2628 South Avenue Police Station does not contain asbestos. It has, it's insulation. So I'm gonna get labels that say insulation only, and I'll put it on the pipes. So when you do go, or whenever they go to remove them, they'll know it's not asbestos. Thank you, Trustee Marsh, for that.
And I'm laughing because in the old days, if it was called asbestos-free, it still contained 3% asbestos. And that turned out to be no good either. So,
When
you're right, John, wording is very important when it comes to.
When Capper
Yeah.
was commissioner, first became commissioner, he had a company come down.
That's all I have on safety and security this month. Recreation.
Recreation, the only thing going on right now is we're planning our Easter egg hunt. Would be April 4th, but I don't have all the information yet on that, but the police department and fire department is gonna assist us with that. So that's good news, but I'll have more information.
So it'll be like a community type day?
Yeah, police
Good.
department, PBA, dispatchers.
Dispatchers said, yeah, they just need the number of how
Dave,
many.
you gonna be there?
Yeah, I talked to Susan. And then I talked to the fire departments today, and they're both going to assist us too.
Awesome. Great.
And, oh, you're signing up too, Tom? Okay,
No,
I'll take it.
no, I gotta do the.
He's gonna be the Easter Bunny.
No, I'm just kidding.
John Kozak, you gonna be there?
What's this?
You going? I thought you said.
Easter egg?
He's gonna be the bunny. You gotta see this guy hop.
I was gonna say, we're gonna have to interview
Donnie,
people who can hop.
Yes.
Do you need the stakes for coating off areas, or are you gonna just kinda throw it out there?
We'll probably,
We'll reach out to you.
Yeah,
We'll
reach
have
out.
more information settled next month, hopefully, on everything we're gonna need for
All
sure. It's definitely gonna be April 4th, though, at 1 PM. That's it. Oh, no, actually, next month, we gotta get, the Historic Society wants to use the boathouse.
That's for the seed swap, I believe.
So we gotta get on the agenda for next month for April 28th, Saturday. The Dahlia Society with the Historical Society wants to use the boathouse.
Yeah, we just.
So if we can get that approved for our next meeting, and then we gotta obviously make sure the water's turned on and everything.
What have we,
Fox Factory.
Yeah.
Fox Factory.
Fox Factory.
are they,
Yeah, that's what she said, April
are they
28th, Saturday.
Are they renting the boat?
No, this is
It's a co-sponsored event with Recreation. That avoids the conflict.
Okay, court, Trustee Vanka.
I have no report.
Cobbler Building, Trustee Vanka.
The building inspector is still looking into the type of repairs that are gonna be needed.
Okay, sewer, Tri-Muni. I don't have anything to report on Tri-Muni at the moment. We'll have our meeting in 2 weeks. Mayor, that and board, that concludes the printed portion of tonight's agenda.
All right, anybody?
Oh, did we, one thing I wanted to ask, we talked about doing, switching the meeting up on our regular scheduled meeting, about making our executive session first, like meeting
Well,
at 6 o'clock.
I talked to Dean about this, and he said honestly, you could do it that way.
You wanna switch it to 6 o'clock, you said?
Well, I mean, yeah.
I would be fine with switching the meetings to 6. I mean, if that works with your schedule.
Well, that way we could do,
it until we rework it.
but we could
Okay.
do like I said, an hour in the like from 6 to 7, And that way everybody can know what we can come out and announce what we talked about rather than come at 10 o'clock.
Let's look at that for our reward.
Okay,
This way we-
okay. I just didn't want it to go by the wayside because we did talk about it.
All right, anybody else?
I do think that since we are coming towards the end of our year and reorg is coming up, that might be something that the board would want to consider because it would be a shift in your policies and rules, which you already have set in place. But there's been a number of suggested changes throughout this year, which I've circulated. Some suggestions to the board, which I've not received any comments on, but since we are getting to that time of year, it might be something, you want me to resend? I can do that. What I'll do is I'll resend it to the board.
Consent.
Is an update to our rules of procedure. And this would be part of that, date, time of your meetings and how the structure of your meetings. And that's something we could put into play for next year.
Okay. Thank you.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Anybody else?
That's it.
Anybody from the public?
Are we gonna go back to the way the snow ordinance was?
Oh, God, please do.
Village board, we have to
Dumb.
make the law.
I know, you
Reverse
said
the
that,
law.
you
So
said that the last time, but what are you gonna do with that? Next year, you're not gonna have
You
it
looking
in
into that, Ryan?
place if you don't.
Well,
Are we all in agreement that
decision-
we're overturning it?
if I recall, the decision was that we were gonna see what happens once we actually enforced it. And from the first snowstorm, that was not last weekend, but the weekend before, where there was quite heavy amount of vehicles towed and ticketed. That, I think, had a lot to do with why during the most recent one last weekend, there weren't as many tickets and there weren't as many towed because people were complying with the law. So it was the non-compliance we were concerned about.
It's not fair for people to get ticketed and towed when, if you put the old snow ordinance in.
Exactly.
They know,
Right.
get off by 12 o'clock, and it's easier for the highway guys.
Yeah, but the problem is that would also affect our businesses. There are businesses that are opened after midnight.
Well, there shouldn't be.
How many?
The-
How many?
What do you call?
How many are open until after 12? 12 to 7. You did that all these
What do you call?
years.
I know me,
Change this.
listen,
It doesn't work.
if you wanna
And
go
the
back
rest,
to a couple of years ago, you're gonna see
No,
me
but
standing
not
there
this snowstorm,
arguing your
the
same
snowstorm
point.
before
So
wasn't
I'm
allowed.
not disagreeing with
And you
you.
were towing
I'm
and
just saying,
ticketing people, which
All right.
wasn't fair.
So is this board looking to change, overchange the
We
law?
have to change it.
Next year, it should go back to the way
The
it was.
question on the table today is, are we looking to
I mean, I'm not.
overchange this law?
Anymore, but
Yes.
Because we have,
Next year,
should go
you
back
gotta
the way it
start
was,
next year, you
because
can't
it's
now.
right
You gotta start now, Bob, not next year.
No.
you start, listen, we start it now, so, because it takes a few months for this law to pass. It has to come across this board again, we have to vote on it, a public hearing, and so on and so forth, and we're back at it again. So is the board looking interested into changing this law?
I have no stand.
Start it now.
Yes.
Change it, don't change it,
Yes.
I'll abstain.
All right.
Whatever.
here's the other, like fly in the ointment. Are we going to turn around and change a law when there's three board members gonna be in another 2 months? There's gonna be the board is gonna change.
I'm just
It shouldn't
asking.
matter.
Yeah, no, I
understand where
honestly,
you're coming
I've got one car, I've got my driveway. I don't have a horse in this race.
I can't park
So-
in my house, I can't either.
Yeah, I mean, so,
My point is,
But it's not fair to the people that don't have driveways.
Yeah.
But right up until last year, these people didn't find a parking spot.
I know.
over 100 years it was like
Cars
that.
on the street. One
If
way
it
or
wasn't
another.
broken-
they
And there
find
also
a
was a lot of village residents that were happy because of this law, because there's a lot of village residents that have 3 or 4 cars, and they can't fit them in our driveways, because
Well,
it's
They
a small
always-
village and we have small driveways,
Listen,
like.
they always fit years ago. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
They might, last year they
That
had.
building up on the hill, I
cars.
could
Yeah,
really
yeah.
care.
They were up the road, weren't they?
We have to rewrite it.
You know,
We'll have
this
to
is ridiculous.
work with
It
you
really
guys.
is.
Make sure it's written to work with Deer Flannel.
Well, we're gonna rewrite the law, we just go back to the old one, there's no.
That's right.
Go back to the way it was,
Midnight
12
to-
to 7.
Yeah.
Alright, so then that's what we'll do then. We'll put it back the way it was. We'll start
That's
working
why
on
I
it.
didn't give up my parking
So-
spot,
Alright,
because I knew
Can
once
I-
it snowed, they're gonna come up with this new thing.
Maybe one suggestion would be, there seems to be, the law was changed because people came in complaining about it. So that's why the law was originally changed. Now that it's changed, people are here
It was-
complaining about it.
but
So
it
my
was
sug-
changed for these tower infernals that went up on the other end of the street.
It was changed for a lot of people.
so my suggestion,
A lot of people happy about that law.
Yeah.
one suggestion the board could do is actually set a public hearing on
I
it
think that would be a better.
and notice it and have people come in
Yep.
and it would give the board time to speak to their constituents. It would allow a public hearing for people to come in and express their concerns. This way, even if we decide to change the law, we would have a better informed board at that point to understand what the concerns are, and we can draft to address those concerns.
Yeah, I
You
think,
didn't have a public hearing when you changed it.
That's right.
That's not true. There was a public hearing.
yeah, there was, because I spoke at
Vote
it.
on that? No. I didn't. I've been at every meeting. I never heard of it.
Every local law has been passed with a public hearing. Absolutely, 110%.
The whole thing was,
It's now.
it
It's
wasn't
more
brought,
work for the highway now.
how many years did that law work? For a
Many.
while? That's right.
So let's-
And
I've been
then
here
they
since
get-
99.
because
I've
the
done
law
those years.
changed,
So let's,
Peace people.
let's set the public hearing for February 25th. You guys work, you can work on the law,
I'll work, yep.
work with Ian on that.
So if you want to set the public hearing, we would do a motion to set the public hearing. I will draft a notice that will go to the papers. John, when do you need that notice by? To
No
get it into
later
the
than
paper?
Fridays for it to appear in the next Wednesday's paper.
So I got to get it in by a Friday to get into a Wednesday paper. And our next meeting is, so we're looking at like the 20th.
We have a seat
Kevin said
11.
the
Yeah.
25th, because we have a, what do you call it, we have
Well,
what?
yeah, you're going to want time for people to
We do?
plan to be here. So
Our next meeting's on the 11th.
you won't have time for that.
Oh.
So,
February 25th at what time?
6 o'clock.
well, there's a normal meeting on the 25th.
Yep.
We can set it for February 25th at 6 o'clock.
Very well.
And I will
Public
draft
hearing on
a
the snow
notice
ordinance.
and have that submitted to Carge
And then Ian, you and I will be.
Friday by noon?
For the 25th?
Yeah.
Yeah, get it to me,
Well, to get into Wednesday's paper.
yeah.
All right, so February
So you said we
25th,
have to make a motion?
6 o'clock. Just a motion, yeah, to set the public hearing.
We get a motion to set the public hearing to
Feb-
change the parking
Yeah, I'll make the
rule
motion.
for February 25th.
To discuss,
Well, just to discuss the snow
snow
ordinance.
ordinance.
That's what it's gonna be on, and so people can voice their opinions.
Is there a motion?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Ian, I'll work with you,
Anything else?
Donnie, and Walt while we still can.
The crosswalk up at St. Mary's,
Yep.
is there any way to get a solar light put on that?
We're working on a CDBG grant, and that is one of the crosswalks that would be like a blinking one,
And an overhead light.
an overhead light
Long presentation on that.
by your house.
It would illuminate.
I mean, because,
Yeah, that, trust me, that's a bad turn for
I mean, I
crosswalk.
understand it's a bad turn.
And the state won't
I
want to put
mean,
them down the road,
There's
so.
just too many morons that don't know the
Yep.
law. And, I mean, I got video. I stood there for 45 minutes, 45 cars, and I just go,
I yelled at you.
and they go around.
Yep.
And I'm told that I can't I squirted water, almost got attacked. I threw peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter sticks, but I was already gone by the time they turned around. But
Don't do that, but, yeah,
that was years ago before I calmed down and my kids yell at me.
we're working on a grant, and that is one of the crosswalks that would be,
Because I talked to Sal and Lily's kids, there's 7 of them. I'm like, how did you all survive? And back in the day, it wasn't like this.
it was,
And nobody, they don't abide the speed limit. It's,
Everybody's in a hurry to go nowhere.
Well, I keep telling the police that I'm gonna, when I wanna cross, I'm gonna call them. I went to cross the street one day. The state trooper stopped, going towards the village. He stopped.
The other car.
Cars kept going and going and going, and who passes me? But your SUV fire guy passes me too. And I look at the state trooper, I'm like, you're not gonna do a damn thing? And he goes, they probably didn't see you. I'm standing in the road.
Yeah, you stop. I didn't
See,
I mean, he wouldn't go after any of them.
see,
Then I seen him at my granddaughter's school, and I gave him another.
see what we gotta do is
Earful.
go back to where the cops used to sit down, 2 cars, and they would have the officers.
Oh, I had Mike do that one time. I
Yes.
stood in the crosswalk, and he
Walk
stayed at the gas station
All right.
and gave out 40 tickets one
Anybody
day.
else?
It's ridiculous.
But,
Can you
concern
come on?
about a sidewalk not being cleared. I don't wanna like, I don't wanna be that person, but, I was just here with my son, for the presentation on the crosswalks, and on the way out, he decided to mention that when they were walking to school this morning, that there's a sidewalk that's like fully not cleared, and so they couldn't even use the crosswalk.
So if you can talk to that gentleman.
Which street? I've sent,
Okay.
most of the
Okay,
27
thank you.
violations that I had this month with snow. Okay, Tuesday I sent out, I don't know how many. The next day, majority of them were already cleared.
Okay.
Explain to him.
All right, are there any other,
Any other?
can I have a motion to go into executive session?
I'll make the motion to invite Commissioner Fisher.
I already
Is there a
have, we already have.
Yeah, we already got that.
All right.
So, hold on, to clarify that motion, it's a motion to go into executive session to discuss a personnel matter, and we're inviting the police commissioner in on that as well. And there is another item in there that's threatened litigation, and board is seeking legal advice on that.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
I'm assuming that it's 9.
Thank you.